Okay, we're in back of where the trucks are. We're in like a meeting room.
Yeah, we call this a meeting room.
Okay, we see trophies. Those are not one for each fire they've attended. Those are various parades and so
forth. Field days and the likes that we've been through over the past years.
Very proud of those. A lot of work went into many of those, you know. And look at that real old trophy up here on the right of the TV.
That's from the 1950s. That's the County Firemen's Association trophy. I think we were the last ones to win that year, so we claimed the trophy.
Okay, we're seeing a commercial on TV, and I'll tell you, that's not Channel 3 up there, folks. Limousine service, and I guess that must be U-Balls right there. And looks like one of the Favreaus standing there, and that's Hometown Cable. They play that. You play Hometown Cable.
Well,
yeah,
while, huh? we knew you guys were coming, so
all right, thanks
we had to turn that on.
All right. There's a kitchen back here, so you can, if you're back here after a fire or whatever, you can grab a bite to eat. Or when you're here working, there's a lot of work.
The auxiliary will put on a meal or something after a fire and make coffee and the likes.
There's a few plaques around when I think because these people have done so much for all of us for so many years, we ought to at least mention, so as we pass, the Champlain Fire Department past fire chiefs. Way back in 1876, first chief was Bart Nye. You know, the Nye family used to own the Savoy Hotel here, that part of that same family. Also part of the Plenty-More family, they were related. Howard McCrae. Well, then they skip a long way there. Back to 1945, they skip in there. James Chevalier, Jimmy Stewart Reed, Lester Hamill, still around the area. Francis Dumas, Ernie Hamill, Oral Parsons, the former mayor, still a fireman here. Dwayne Tremblay, Homer Miller, Alfred Babby, Sonny Babby, Wayne Bulris, Albert Morelli, we talked about him, Martin Bayshard, Bruce Barcombe. That's part of the Barcombe was furniture, the son. Bruce, Joe Perot, and Gene Glad, president, 1991 to where he hasn't here, right till now. Right, the past fire chiefs who devoted so much of their time to our community.
Bruce was chief when I joined. Right after Martin Bayshard.
I recognize the names you get down about in Leicester. Well, all of these, I guess, all of them except for the first. Yeah. I've been in Champlain, in and around. I knew Howard McCrae for later. And all these people devoted all this time. And, of course, not all the ones who devote time were chiefs, you know, and a lot of people other. Right. And down to the next, here we have Fireman of the Year. Tell us who the Fireman of the Year were over the years.
Fireman of the Year, Stuart Reed, Leo Manette, Alfred Babby, Sonny Babby, Dwayne Tremblay in 1984, Bruce Barcombe in 85, Martin Bayshard in 86, Joe Peralt in 87, Floyd Bursey in 88, Gene Gladden in 89, Kendall Plant in 1990, well deserved, Walter LePan in 1991,
and on the bottom again.
Myself, 1992.
On the bottom again. All right, Chris Tremblay, congratulations on that. I think we did congratulate you at the time. And many of these were chiefs. I think the chiefs put in as much time as anybody.
Right.
A lot of other people put in time, but that's why, obviously, they are the Citizen of the Year. We're moving our card. We're going to move down to, now we're talking about the deceased members of the fire department. There's a few names here, so bear with us. They think this ought to be part of the record. Start reading off here to us.
James Chevalier, Gordon Manette, Goldie Manette, Robert Jordan, Andrew Blaine, Bernard Gay, Irwin Robinson, Stuart Reed, Robert Terrace, Roger Baker, Miles Bayshard, Leo Manette, Francis Dumas, Larry Jarvis, George Cookman, Francis Moran, Ernest Hamill, Paul Chamberlain, Orrin Higgins, Roger Dupree, Percy Mosley, Hugh McCullen, Carl Morehouse, Roland Emery, Leo Willette, Victor Briskin,
I think.
Briskin, I think. Herbert Earl, Stanley Averill,
Leopold Remillard. That's Claude Lavoie's father-in-law.
Right. Howard Coonan, Homer Laramie, Orville Glode, Charlie Southwick, Arthur Lapine,
lived on Church Street.
Jimmy Glode, and Frank Hamill.
All right, there's a few more on the other side. We ought to get their names. Also, these people have gave an awful lot of years to the protection. That's why some of us are still here, and why we still have much of our real estate that we recently own. Bob Dumas lived next to me on Church Street. Leon Roberts, Bob Dupy, Jim Todd from the Candy Cupboard, Charlie Chevalier, Howard McCrae, and Lars Guerin. Again, these are the later ones who are deceased.
Larry Guerin was the last
Yes,
one that died.
the very last one. And these are kept up to date here, and that's some more of the plaques. Here, a token. They never got much money here. They got a lot of satisfaction. A lot of satisfaction you get out of it. Right? And a lot of time they put in. We'll look at 3 other plaques on the other side. And anything else we should know while we're in here as we walk over there?
Basically, that's it. We try to keep a respect for the older members and the deceased members. And
this flag, is this a flag of the Champlain Fire Department?
this is a Niagara Hose Company flag.
Okay, that's for the, see, I keep calling it fire department, Niagara Hose. That's where all the members belong, you know, until they get to the fire. Then they're working for the fire department when they're there.
Right.
Okay, that's the flag. Reflection isn't. All right, we're looking at a past presidents Niagara Hose #1, and we see only 2 plaques on there. What does that mean, 2 little plates?
That means that we started keeping records from 1977 on. And past presidents of Niagara Hose, Alfred Babby Jr., Sonny Babby, from 77 to 79. And Floyd Bursey took over after Sonny from 79 to 92.
13 years.
Floyd was a good president. He was president for a long time. Current president right now, which I left out before, was Todd Jarvis.
Todd Jarvis. All right.
And assistant or vice president is Sarah Corky, and secretary is Mike Bayshard.
Okay, that's of the Niagara Hose. Now here's the EMS person of the year.
Yeah.
Alan Perrier.
1991.
Now going to nursing school and will be a full-fledged nurse within the year or so.
A very good one too.
Good one too. Well, that's great. And he's been very active here. And of course, here's the end of the line again. And you spell it Trombly, not like Dwayne Trombley over there. It's really Tremblay. And this is Chris Trombley right here. It's the 3rd time we've seen his name up in around here now.
Dwayne Trombley and I have spelled we don't spell our name different ways. Everybody else spells them different ways. But that's the way it ends up. So
if they said...
They save 10 cents though by putting
if they said, Chris Tremblay, come on up and eat, you'd go anyway?
I would go.
You would go anyway. All right. Of course, and again, Fireman of the Year...
That's for Champlain. That'd be Albert Laporte. He was the last fireman of the year in 1992.
And that means we filled the other one up over there. Is that...
We filled the other one up, and we're moving on.
Okay. 1993, we don't know.
No, we don't know.
Calvin's done a good job with that camera. You're going to have to consider him as Fireman of the Year behind that camera, you know.
Sure.
He puts out a lot of fires around here.
The only reason we have 2 EMS persons of the year over there is just because we started recognizing EMS people, I think 2 or 3 years ago. We just started. EMS is starting to get more and more recognized just because of the time put in there.
Okay. What's the plaque on the wall over there?
The plaque on the wall is when we first joined the...
President. Oh, no.
President doesn't want to get on.
You sure he doesn't want to get on?
That's a no comment on his part.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, you get a chance. All right. What's the plaque on the wall?
This plaque right here is from the County Farmers Association.
To do what?
This is when we certified that we became part of the association. This is not the exact date. I think it was in the 50s that we first joined. This is just one of the better certificates that we have in July of 72. They used to give us one of these every year. And of course, there's not enough room to hang all this stuff.
Right. You give me the impression that may not be all firemen departments may not all belong to the Clinton County Firemen's Association.
They do. Every fire department in Clinton County and its mutual aid company.
And they always have.
And they always have.
Okay.
Yeah. The Canadian ones came in a little bit later, but they were recognized and they became part of the association.
What's the story on Canada? Can you go into Canada and fight a fire?
Sure.
You can.
Yeah.
They can come down here.
Sure.
And you do?
They've used us many times, especially for the heavy rescue, and we've utilized them many times.
Do you trade back and forth with Vermont at all?
Of course.
You do?
Yeah. Albert
Vermont comes over, yeah?
Yeah, they asked us to go over there just recently for some Jaws of Light training.
Uh-huh.
Hemingford also, we work very closely with Hemingford. I think we work more closely with the Vermont and Canadian departments than we do the Southern Tier departments.
When we don't have much time, we just say good night. Thanks for letting us be here,
problem.
Chris.
No problem.
And thank you for watching. And when you want to see something like we've shown you tonight, come here personally. Thank your firemen. Come to the fire station. And in the meantime, turn off your TV because I'm all done. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable.